Yo, welcome back to VLR with Justin and Ulam. So, once again, as I had mentioned last time, we're going to be restarting from this perspective, which I believe is the ally versus betray route, so we're going to be seeing how this betrayal goes down. I did, after last episode, realize that what these branching paths after the ally or betray are whenever you got to the door at these points, there was only one option that was said no. The other two were both legitimate options. So in both these cases, we chose one of them for whatever our reasons were at the time, but we'll also have the option of going the other because each of those ways there were two options available, and apparently in each of these there's just not going to be any options whatsoever, and it's just going to be, no, this is the only way that things are going to be allowed to go down. So, speaking of which, this was via ally, so we will now see what happens when we betray. Ba-do-do-do. Alright. So, another aspect of what causes some of these routes to have branches and others to be single option, I think, is going to be the fact that how we voted somehow ended up affecting how everyone else voted, even within the same timeline, which is whatever. Kind of like how we saw that discrepancy that when we were up against Alice, she voted a certain way and described her thought process in such a way that it doesn't make sense that in basically any other scenario except against Clover would she ever not also betray. And yet in the middle route, for some reason she allies and acts all like, oh, well, how dare you betray me, as though she doesn't have this line of thought. Alright, so yep, pushing and shoving, slow, heavy plod, because, yeah, this is the magenta route, or it's the leftmost route anyway. I think this is magenta again. Were you telling the truth? If our BP hits zero,
well,
do we
you
really?
chose betray because of what I said, right?
No, but
Don't worry, you made the right choice.
you better not have lied to me, so I'd choose
Zero
betray.
will tell you if I lied or not.
Zero.
You Siggy! No! Hey, we're about to announce.
So while some of the dialogue may be a little
Let's go,
different,
Sigma.
looks like by and hey, what do you mean Zero's gonna tell me? By and large, a lot of this dialogue is still the same. Alright, so
Good. Looks like you're all. Let's get
yeah, just show us.
Ambidex round one.
If memory serves, and this will be a good check if my memory serves, I think this was the one where specifically Clover and whoever her partner was, Kay probably, I think, maybe, betray Alice, and then Tenmyoji gets betrayed by Dio and Quark. And then Dio and Quark do the whole, hey, you're the one who actually did it.
If everybody would please.
Yep. So let's see if any of that changed, or if this time our betrayal or alliance has nothing to do with it. Alright, yep, that's the same. Interesting, so this time, yeah. This time the only difference was our choice. So maybe once you've gotten past that initial choice, maybe that's the only real divergent point.
Here are the results from your now.
Which, again, also doesn't really make
Check
sense.
the
but whatever.
numbers on.
Yep.
Sigma?
Sorry,
Why
dear.
did you and Vi do that?
Because we've already seen that the other route leads us
All
nowhere.
we had to do was choose ally 3 times, and we could all escape together.
Yes, but all. Not just you and I. I know you don't know this yet. We're not going to be partnered this next
After
round.
this, we only would have needed 2 more rounds, and we would have all had 9 points.
Incorrect. The other two groups also did ally betray.
But now why?
I hung my head. There was no way I could look her in the eye and try to explain what I'd
It was
done.
me. I told him to betray you. What? There's a way to get out faster. If you're successful twice with betray, you'll get 3 points each time, which gives you 6. That means you'll have 9 BP after the second AB game. I know that. Is that why you chose betray? So you can escape before the rest of us?
Before the rest of us, so they're not yet
Hey,
aware
don't get
that
me wrong.
it's, no, the first one out is the only one.
I'm not trying to get out first or anything. Just wanted to have a little leverage. How is leverage supposed to help you? Well, I was planning on getting out of here with everybody else, and he... You're lying. What makes you think I'm going to believe that?
Their eyes met for a long moment, but all I could see in Luna's was sadness and disappointment. Fi opened her mouth, then shut it again and looked away. I was about to apologize to Luna, which would really be dumb.
What were you thinking?
I'm sorry, Alice. I didn't think you'd choose Ally.
What?
Interesting.
You really think I'd betray
Actually, this has totally changed.
Well, no.
But Kay told you to choose betray, didn't he?
Yes, I did. I was sure you would vote similarly.
Are you listening?
And
I'm not going to vote betray against Clover.
we have
Is
to
that so?
assume that
You never considered that we might choose to betray you?
because
What?
of Clover.
Clover would never choose that, of course. But what if I was your sole opponent? I understand it might seem strange of me to say this. If I were in your position, I would be quite certain my masked opponent would choose betray.
Well, but it wasn't just you.
Yes, she was. But if I'd chosen to end an argument by force, do you think she would have had any chance?
Interesting. So even though the exact same situation went down last time, she just sort of brushed it off as, yeah, whatever. This time we're getting a
I was
whole
certain you'd
dialogue.
choose betray.
Oh,
For that
because
very
we're
reason.
probably going to have Dio and Quark brush it off this
So
time.
that was why you did it.
Yes.
After he explained his thinking to me, I thought he had a good point.
It's all right. I understand.
I'm so sorry.
I apologize. This is very unfortunate.
The past is the past. There's no point complaining about it. I'll just have to try and get those points back in the next AB game.
Yeah, kind of. Oh no, maybe we will
Let me
also
give you a little
still.
warning, Tenmyoji. That little shit is a hell of an actor. I'll bet you money he's a born con man. I don't know what he is to you, but if I were you, I'd try. You hearing me, old man? Keep an eye on him.
Oh no, they are just shortening it too, it looks like. Nonetheless, you seem to have reached some sort of truce. Yeah, weird.
Zero, when does the next round start?
Both of them, both of the shortened versions of what goes on don't make a lot of sense. You'd think they'd all be pretty
Well, you
mad.
said round. If there's a round one.
This is so far
Besides,
the same, but
that's
now this time we're gonna get the
You're right.
commentary about how so many people are gonna
Why
die
not?
because, once again, half of the group
The
has been
voting
brought down to
happens with-
one.
There.
Right. So,
The moon.
Yep.
yeah, now.
So,
It's
Yep.
after all, if that happens.
Yep.
Someone will know.
Something about by dying again, I
I don't
think.
know.
There's rules about who can go into the secondary doors, right? Like you have to have 3 people
Yeah.
exactly. What about the number 9 door?
Nope.
Rules to the same?
There aren't any rules about how it could be one person or two. All that stuff about how you have to have 3 people to go through the secondary chromatic doors. Maybe it's not.
What? What do you mean?
You can open the door with just 1 or 2 people if you want.
That's not what you told us.
Then explain it.
Just,
What?
there's a sort of scanner between the 2 doors. It checks to see if the right people are going through. But that doesn't necessarily mean it's scanning the...
So,
Ding ding ding! As long as the scanner sees the right combination of bracelets, it doesn't matter how many people there are!
But considering the way that the bracelets work, yeah, I've always been confused by this little bit.
No, they doing.
But yeah,
then
that
how do
little
I take
bit
it
talking
off?
about that there only
There's
really
two
would
firsts
apply
to get
if you
through the
take
number 9
bracers
door
from
as soon as
people,
you're out.
bracelets,
Bracelet
bracelets from people
What's
who have
the
already
second?
died. Because otherwise,
Hey, Zero,
the
wake
bracelets
up, will ya?
are bound to who's there. And if it's
What's the
checking
second
and
way?
ensuring that only the
Oh,
people whose
dear.
combination makes the proper combination, then
I think you...
it's still not
What?
technically any different.
Do you really want to get...
of course I do.
No,
It just means that, like, for
no.
instance, in that
I
final
see.
bit against the white door, in I think this magenta route on that ally,
It's easy.
double ally, or allied then betray side,
Nothing to it, really.
we get stuck outside the white door, and I think
You...
we could get in as long as we had enough of the proper bracelets to get in. And none of our bracelets, what's the term? Conflicted.
Here's an exciting fact. You know, technically,
Blah, 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 blah.
so,
The lock.
yep. So they're hard stuff. If you try...
And something about a whole bunch of people
my
are
God.
possibly gonna die.
Next round.
What do you mean?
Do I somebody?
There. If I
Yep.
or maybe.
Yep, everyone. Yeah, this little
Yeah.
line again.
Why am I?
I guess I can tell you. I'm
Yep.
correct.
Slight alteration anytime that half the group has been brought down to 1, and this time we're suspicious of 5
Alice,
because she
Luna, and
actually
I
shared
have
with us
that
about
means
that.
we'd have less than 0.
What? What the? This is important. Sorry, I thought.
Well,
Is there any? It's not.
I think after all, right? Right?
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, and we still don't press that at all. Whatever. AB game continue. Alright, so no rules about it. Still same info as every other time.
The net you already saw them. There should at me.
Downstairs.
Color.
Yep. Alright.
Me too.
Mine too.
What
I
did they
guess
change
it's
to this time?
You're right. Mine.
Mine is now a...
Yep, looks like mine's changed too. I've gone from
I'm still a pair.
The 3 of...
And it's still fight. Yeah.
Looks like
So she's a Dio,
When
and
did
I know what I am.
As a pair and of no. Now it's all sadly.
What?
Well, I mean,
I'll never
So,
see you guys
this last
again.
time, as soon as this change happened, I got paired with, I think, Alice, and then we went with Kay.
I may be gone.
Maybe. Have a nice.
If I'm remembering correctly, once again. That may not be the pairing this time. I wasn't paying close enough attention, unfortunately. Alright, so, here we go. Let's once again go ahead and just start in the lounge, because top to bottom, why not? What was said the first time through this route? Don't recall. It's been quite a while. We'll see. Maybe I'll recognize it, or maybe it'll be completely
Oh,
unfamiliar.
Sigma. Perfect timing.
you were here earlier, right?
I think that these were the people who were here the
Did
first
you find
time.
anything?
Like,
Anything?
So we've got the dimension. So yeah, I forget about the room order the
How
internet.
about
Yep, so feels like this is going to be pretty similar then.
This New Year's.
Uh-huh.
Wait. What do you mean 6
Right,
days?
this is how we figured out that everyone was taken on different days.
wait, when were you grabbed?
Did you hear me? On Christmas, 2 or 3 in the morning, pick up on a
I
different
was
day.
abducted in the middle of the night on December 20th.
22nd, and
I
then
think it was.
Then we were all
20th.
taken on
Maybe they
sleeping-
kept us on a.
In theory,
Yep.
you could have everyone wake.
Today might
think
not even
that's
be the
likely.
25th.
Yeah.
In fact, that's
Some
very
of us-
likely.
You too? I felt disoriented since I woke.
Maybe it's because we were,
Alright.
your muscles start to atrophy if you don't.
Then what day is today?
Beats me.
I have no idea.
Yep, you really have no way of finding that out either. You guys, anything interesting in crew quarters
Nah,
infantry?
nothing. Oh well, there was a.
A cat.
Yeah, something about a cat and it didn't make any sense to me.
Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, I did.
So this is so far all very much the
What?
same.
I wasn't trying to. The right moment to mention.
I
Well,
apologize.
see for yourself.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
newspaper article.
Let me see that.
And
Radical 6.
Does Dio think it's
Just
fake
read
in
the
this?
article.
Yeah, I think in this one Dio tries to convince us it's fake. Because the
You
backside
mean you
is all
think we
blacked
got
out.
infected? Oh, come on, you gotta.
Well, we don't. But look at it. Admittedly, I don't know. But if it's now, just look at this. Does this? You want to? I can see it. Go on.
That could just be from. Or maybe it's a side of. Besides, if this is where they ship you, this thing is killing. So why would.
Think about it. Zero is why would the? Yes,
Probably not.
So she remember.
that's true. I hope there. Neither
I've
have
never
I.
heard of it.
Me either.
So what day is it? Radical killed thousands of people. How many?
I don't think you'll be
No,
able
so
to
this is
just
not the
puzzle
route
that
where
out.
he tries to
If we want the truth,
claim that it's fake.
Allison, you know, just in case. Don't really feel like I can.
Particularly interesting, but okay. Yeah, so that was all very much the same. Curious. So they seem to have changed that ending of the AB game dialogue just slightly so that you get some variance, but they don't appear to have changed the dialogue in here. Certainly not in the first room, and if not in the first room, why would they bother in the others?
Hello, Mr. Nothing yet.
Yep, hi,
Well,
and
Alice, I doubt you'll find...
you back there?
Well,
Lady you found, yep.
who would...
Given what we know.
Why? Why would I...
Hey, I'm just saying if we find more evidence.
So busy, never got to
Beats
ask.
me.
There
I've
she
never seen
is.
I don't know her.
Neither do I. Well, I suppose I might.
You still can't.
No, not even.
A bit more about the amnesia.
Are you suspicious?
Suspicious. Looked in a mirror.
someone-
blah, blah, blah.
Or maybe.
Oh, I apologize. No, well,
Da-da.
I'm not sure what the mask in a way. I don't.
Are you saying this is how?
No,
This.
no. I've tried several. There are parts of the suit I can't.
Yeah, so this is definitely interesting. Now that I think about it, yeah, this was required for us to find out that he has the keyhole on the back of his head.
Halt.
You could open up the suit and take the mask off.
Whereas I think the time where we found a key like that was in the bee garden in the blue route?
I see. That's excellent
that have been
news.
cyan,
we
I
just need to
suppose?
find whatever.
No, or was it yellow? I forget.
Thank
It's
you.
all very confusing.
I feel somewhat. I was beginning to fear I might have to.
Wait, a minute ago you said.
Well, it does, but that doesn't mean I want to stay. Imagine wearing them doesn't feel strange, but you'd hardly want to wear them all the time.
Oh, right.
That's
I
what
forgot
wearing
about
the
this
suit
little
is like.
dig. Thanks.
Well, I think
No, I'm staying.
Meet.
I see. Well then, what do you? Where do you?
Crew quarters.
Very well. I shall head until we. Excuse me.
Right, and I'd forgotten once again. I don't know if that alters anything. It shouldn't. It really that would be really frustrating if you have to alter the order of visits in order to affect something. After all, no matter what, he's going to go to the one you have already visited, so you can't see him again in the other room. Right, back to the phone crew quarters.
Oh, what are you doing here?
Hey, come on, man, don't be like that.
Huh, I wonder. Oh, you think? Are you sure it ain't just all in...
Is-
Why do you want to know?
Nothing new here, or particularly helpful.
Sigma.
Over in Luna.
No,
You know,
I just.
where-
This is the crew quarters. We decided we'd split.
Makes sense. So did you
Zero.
find anything?
No,
Which
I
one?
meant.
Yeah, ha ha ha.
I didn't find it. Although, I guess you.
Yep. Blah 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 about the facility and
well,
the puzzles. Stuff. There's the honorary games. You're making us all do
Maybe
this.
it's for entertainment. Yes,
Right.
they're
But
I
you
forgot
think
about
so?
this theory.
So somebody's-
Yeah, that gets dropped real quick.
Maybe her dying.
No, Kay was right. If her dying wasn't part of all this, but what we get just tells us to keep. I can only think of murdering her was all. Now, if you can think of another way all this fit,
So you're saying that zero.
now it sure looks.
That means there's a 7 in 1 chance any. Well,
Wait, 7?
Alice and I can't be 0.
Okay, I'll let the I part go, but you're gonna have to give me a little to convince me Alice
What?
can't be 0.
Alice and I know each other.
Well, how do you?
I guess you could say. And
That's kind of.
I can't
I
tell
didn't
you.
remember how little she told us here.
I mean,
But
I
is-
can't just
this is
forget
hard.
about it.
Yeah,
Why
so
can't
maybe
you
she
tell us?
clams up
Because
this time.
It's. I promised.
Come on, don't give me that. Look around you, Clover. You really think it's time to play
Yeah,
close to the
but
chest?
what if the people you work? Yeah, you're right. Maybe I should.
Hey,
But-
sorry to butt in, but if,
Yeah, time to go. It is past time to go at 4 minutes still. Yeah.
Oh, I guess we'll just.
So yeah, you get nothing out of Clover this time. Although she was about to crack again, so she's clearly the more junior of the two members of that secret organization. Alright. So this time, we're on the path that should lead to a guarantee. Ah, now that I think about it. Probably because they invoke the same rule of the people who have the least points get to have priority for choice. So which puzzle we get put into next will be based on their choice, not ours.
Chromatic doors
Yep.
have 5.
Ugh,
What were you
Yeah, you're
doing?
late. What were you doing?
An apology
Sorry.
is I can't. Zero said we'd get penalized if we didn't go through the primary door before it closed. Are you trying to kill me?
What if I was? Thought you didn't need a partner to get through the primary
Are you
doors,
kidding
though.
me? Think it through. Yes, you can go through the primary door by yourself. Now you're standing in front of the secondary door. The time. Now what? Now you're stuck is what? Without the right number of bracelets, the secondary door won't open.
But you
Do
might
you
not be
under-
penalized.
There'd be no
at
way to
least.
open either door, huh? Man, that sounds even worse than getting your lungs turned off.
That's a weird new thing that hadn't
Sorry
popped
for
up
worrying
before.
you.
Uh-oh.
In any event, now is
These aren't
hardly the
being
time to be
affected.
fighting. As you can see, the prime must hurry and decide who.
Like I
We're
said,
almost out of time. I'll just explain
think
it 'cause
that
just
we're
like
not
before.
going to get an option this time. Certainly not make any sense since it's a single line the rest of the way down. Blah, blah, blah. So, what is it going to be?
minutes.
I'm
Okay,
not
so who's
going
gonna
with
go
Kay.
where? Alright, so she's making a call hit there.
I had enough of that last time. Thank you very much.
Oh dear. Seems
Ah.
I'm not wanted.
Yeah, which guarantees that we're not going the previous route.
I'd like Luna to come with us.
Need someone gullible for the next round?
Hey,
Hey.
shut up. Aren't you my
I is
partner?
on to it.
Maybe. But I don't want her to think that means I agree with you.
You betrayed me last and Dio.
Ah, come on. It was Quark who...
Dio!
No, actually, you did not say it in this
Saying
timeline.
that!
Anyway, Fi and I won't beat your BP's one right. If you
Yeah,
chose
right.
Ally and...
Negative, I died.
I didn't want to say it. We're not going to go that far just to get out of here.
Sure,
Right,
you
Fi?
won't.
Yeah.
That didn't sound very convincing. No, just both of you betray. That's all.
Okay, then I'm go. Yes.
Looney, you sure
I've
about
made up
this
my
yet? Alright, which guarantees
And
then
that
what
means
the...
Quark and I will be going with Kay, since it looks like Alice is pretty determined.
Yes, I am.
Then I get to go with Alice again. I'm totally good with that. What I did to Alice last time was really bad. I want to try to make up for it.
Okay.
So we're going with option C then?
Alright, Sigma, Alice, Clover to
That
the
means
red
each
door.
group is Sigma, Alice, 10 Miyoji, and final. Any objection?
10,
Don't really have any time for objections.
Let's go!
I'm kidding.
3, 2,
So, what
one.
lies to the red
Zero,
door?
man.
Boom. Is this a dead
There are 3,
end?
but it looks like they're.
I wonder what this thing.
Well,
Can you pull that?
Sure. Does one unlock? Oh,
it
that's
opened the door on the right.
Seems kind of weird. Why just that one?
Details, details. They gave us the way forward. Come along now.
Not waiting for a response. Straight off. Alright, follow into what? Oh. Alright, some room up here. The pantry. I don't know if I remember this one at all. Have we been to this one before? Okay, I vaguely remember this wall from when we were looking for Quark after he goes missing, so yeah, I guess so then.
Whoa! Who'd ever need this much underwear?
Perhaps an entire
Well,
facility.
I mean, all these boxes and stuff are panties, right? And there are a lot of boxes.
Why would they all be
Isn't that what it
panties?
said on the door?
Clover,
Crying out
dear.
loud.
It didn't say panty.
Said pantry.
It's where you keep food.
Oh!
And you still would need a lot of food. What do you think
I'd
that
say
thing
it's a
is?
water storage tank.
It's totally full of water.
It doesn't look like it's full, but okay.
The stuff on the shelves looks like it's mostly bread, maybe a few pastries, but no panties.
So just a whole bunch
Clover
of
was
food.
right that there's a lot that.
Looks like you could live
I'd
here
have
for
to
quite
agree.
a while. Then what do you think this place is for?
Maybe it's where they quarantine sick people.
How do you... Why would
Didn't
you
we
be
tell
saying
you
that?
about Radical Six?
I guess that story really
I guess
was.
that's been shared at this point then. You're saying the reason they got all this food and water is so they can keep infected people here? That's ridiculous. I'm not infected with some weird disease. You don't know that. I don't want to spend the rest of my life locked up in a metal box.
Me either. Giving us food is all well and good, but no spare underwear? That's unforgivable.
One would assume more clothes are in
Seriously?
other rooms,
How
but-
long are you guys going to keep making fun of me for that?
Right, well, we need to search this room, so let's get started. And by started, he means next time. So, thanks for watching, and we will catch you next time.